It's Tuesday afternoon, and you know what that means. It's time for Randominity with the Random Kristian Show. Today, the Random Kristian Show is interviewing Spencer B from SB Mowing. The Random Kristian Show is brought to you by Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena, a unique blended salsa loaded with cilantro and just the right amount of heat. Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena is available in stores across Northern California, Colorado, Nevada, and Southern Oregon. To find a store near you, just visit mrsafamous.com. The Random Kristian Show is proudly supported by The Advisor. The Advisor is a Facebook group created by Colonel James Neil Broaddus, composed of multi-talents such as actors, directors, artists, writers, and more. If you fall into this category, contact them on Facebook at The Advisor. The Random Kristian Show can now be seen on the Good Wives Network, TV for women by women. The Good Wives Network is streaming now over on Roku, Android TV, and Amazon TV. Intro music provided by the Dead Campers. Check them out on Spotify and at deadcampers.com. Next week, the Random Kristian Show is doing our special Halloween edition with random recipes from Mrs. A. My name is Andy, and now here's your host, Kristian Random.
Where am I? I'm right here.
You're right there.
Tuesday. Guess what time it is, Andy?
It's time for the show.
It is time for the show. That means it's 4 o'clock Central Time. Damn it. Right on almost the nose in a way. But we are right there, like closest we've ever been in like for so long.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of us.
I am.
Welcome to the Random Kristian Show.
We did great. Good job. I'm really proud of you, Kristian. By the way,
thank you so much.
That. Yeah.
Andrew right here. And
Kristian right there.
I'm Kristian. And we are collectively known as the Random Kristian Show. Dude, I'm very excited. Hey, by the way, cheers with our B Energy drinks. Thank you, Dr. Andy Heyman. I feel alive.
I feel the dopamine going through me right now.
It sounded like Batman. What was that?
Well, you know I work on my Batman voice at night.
Alfred, give me more.
I've got the dopamine. I've got the dopamine right now.
That's actually pretty good, dude. I'm kind of impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little giddy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, very excited. Spencer from SB Mowing is on, and so excited. Waiting a long time. Like, poor dude. Like, I hit him up right in the middle, I'm sure, of like the total crazy part of his season.
Cat's already going right now.
Let me guess. System paradox.
No. It's been shared.
Oh, beautiful. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just again, over the past few weeks, I keep meaning to mention this. So many new subscribers, so many new followers. I thank you all so much. Please keep going. Please keep spreading the word around. We just try to make this fun for you all and have a good time with it. So thank you all. Thank you all so very much. So we've got a few things. Oh, and by the way, next week may have an extra special guest, but we do have Mrs. A and her random recipes. Halloween edition, by the way. So it'll be a little spooky. So yes, very cool about that. All right. Well, I guess, Andy, we shouldn't be wasting any more time, should we?
No, we got a lot of people hanging out watching. So so Spencer's going to be on in about, I'd say 15 minutes. We have a couple of fun little bits to get through. We can't do a show without doing the news, right?
Well, no, especially since our main big sponsor, iHeart Radio, supplies us with their news of the way of the world.
Yeah. Hey, Alan, that's we will ask that question just to let you know. We will ask that question. So yeah, if you have any questions for Spencer, drop them in the chat here, and when he comes on, we will definitely ask those questions.
All right, yeah, man, Alan's getting techno right off the bat.
I know, yeah.
I also need to know the dimensions and graphics that he's using, and what kind of fuel mixture is going into that screen. And
it's but it's important to know about equipment though.
It is.
I mean, because you gotta the guy goes through probably like I want to know like the brand of like stuff that he's using and like that little riding mower.
Well, Hustler mowers, we know.
That's right. The Hustler mower. Yeah,
that's one of his big suppliers there. All right, but It's news time, Andrew.
It is news. I'm sorry. I got excited. You're excited. I'm excited.
We're all excited.
We're all excited here.
All right. So that being said, we are going into the way of the world, and look, we even have graphics to share. Look at that. Oh, I feel so fancy. That's not a good.
No. I would make us tiny. There you go.
Tiny now. Okay. All right. So let's start off with the big first headline, and this has been going around a lot. A huge national big box retailer now in jeopardy of going bankrupt, and which there's been a lot of them going down, and it's an unfortunate. It's a sign of the times, sadly. Big Lots is now on the verge of bankruptcy.
Oh man, Big Lots.
Yeah. I know. Big. I mean, they're Big Lots, right?
Right.
So and just they're doing what they can. It says here that they are as to not join others like Bed Bath & Beyond and Tuesday Morning. They have gone to rebranding their stores. They will now be known as Small Lots. Yes, and
just and still smaller versions of what they have already.
Smaller versions of the crap they're already selling.
Oh,
all right.
Jimmy Penguin. Maybe they are turning into Small Lots, right?
Very, very small lots. Oh yeah. Hey Jimmy. Yeah. Nice play though. Nice play.
Yeah.
I like that. This one's gonna be interesting. Suspected bomb on Florida-bound flight, which I'm not sure why that's relative to anything, but revealed to be an adult diaper.
Oh,
that's terrible. I'm not sure how you confuse a diaper with a bomb, but let's see what they're saying here. After the bomb squad had completed their inspections, the only explosive device was found in the diaper.
Of course.
That's yeah.
Can you imagine being on the bomb squad and getting called out for that one?
No, Andy. We had the gross show last week.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Great.
Yeah, that is not anything I'll be taste testing.
Yeah.
In related stories, the FAA has now banned all chili-based dishes on airport restaurants.
It's probably a good call.
Yeah, we're moving on with that one. No chili dog for you.
No chili dog for you.
So
that's awful.
So
all right,
dude. I know it's Taco Tuesday, but
yeah,
I'm thinking chili dog Tuesday-ish. Woman injured during intimate moments with husband forgets the last 5 years.
How?
This is, isn't iHeart really like a bit? They have news. Like real news.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's
this
real
is.
News
We're not making this up. This is their.
No, this is actual.
Headlines.
Yeah, actual headlines getting sent to us from iHeart Radio.
From iHeart Radio, and they're putting it on the web. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
So I don't know who writes these. After examination, the woman was reported in good health. Well, that's good.
Well, of course. Yeah, hopefully.
According to her husband, who added that not only was the sex great, but his new electroshock headboard works like a charm. Hey-o. All right, we'll be here all week with iHeart Radio, writing the jokes. Okay, let's see. We got one more here.
There we go. All right.
Where is this one?
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Man finds rare ghostly animal growling in a trash bin. Okay. I'm kind of scared where this goes. After further investigations, the greenish ghoul was found to be dead after ingesting too much trash. Also noted that the residents of Sesame Street will now hold a memorial service for Oscar the Grouch later this week.
Oh.
Oh.
R.I.P. Oscar.
Yeah. Where do we find these? Where do we?
You know what? Thank you, iHeart, for sending us such weird headlines.
Thanks, iHeart. That was fundamentally horrible. And
right. Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm fully comfortable with them anymore. Well, but there it is. That's the way of the world, right?
Yeah.
There they are. We all know that was just horribly crappy news. So, especially Oscar. I mean, he was actually the one dude I thought was really cool on Sesame Street when I was a kid. I know, and no, I wasn't a pig. I had a clean room and everything. I just thought Oscar living in a trash can with all his stuff in there was kind of cool. But
no, I was more of a Cookie Monster guy. I just like
Cookie Monster. So let's just move on to, that's right. It's now time for the Random 9 list. Hey, and well done, graphics department. And okay, band, just bring it down a notch. There we go. We all got to be able to hear each other. All right. So with our good friend Spencer from SB Mowing joining us today, our crack research team of crackhead lawyers and whatnot came up with 9 random reasons houses were abandoned or yards weren't cared for, as Spencer seems to find as he goes around and improves all these houses. So they did a bunch of research. We have it right here. It's not made up. It's even printed out.
It's a list. Yeah, it's an actual list.
It's an actual. we actually have the funding to print things out and crackheads to make up lists. So without further ado, let's get into our 9 random reasons why houses were abandoned or yards weren't cared for. Nailed it. Right at the end.
So the music isn't coming through, Chris. I also think your mic is the wrong mic.
Really?
Yeah.
Because is that better?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, that's frustrating.
Well, if we want to run through this, maybe you can check when we run the ad.
Okay. I very much apologize. This is kind of sad.
That's okay.
Technical
things happen all the time, right?
Yeah, it's a professional show. What can we say?
Semi-professional.
Professional.
There's your mic.
There's my mic. Yay! All
now
right.
Hit the music. There it goes. Okay.
Okay. Well, then it's not like it's important now.
Well, hey, now we have music and you're on the right mic, so
I guess we need to sound check every day before we do the show.
I should have realized it right before. I wasn't thinking. So
okay. Well, for those following along, that was the cool music that we used to intro the Random 9 list. Anyway, so let's go and we'll just start off with number 9 now that everybody can hear. And I will start with number 9, sir. Let's see. 9 random reasons houses were abandoned or yards weren't cared for. Number 9. Oh, well, this is a good one. Yeah. There was a spider.
Oh, yeah.
There was a spider.
Burn it down.
Well, I'm surprised the house would be standing at that point.
Right.
You just,
burn it down.
Can of gasoline, and we're done. We're out. Moving to the next house.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There. Okay.
Heyo.
All right. Number 8.
Number 8 on 9 random reasons houses were abandoned, yards weren't cared for. Last time I tried to cut the grass, it growled and said it wasn't ready for a haircut yet.
Are you sure that wasn't Oscar the Grouch?
Right.
Which would explain him being in the trash can dead.
Yeah,
It's
right.
all your fault.
Spencer. SB Mowing Spencer, why are you so terribly handsome?
I think we've got some questions that we need to really ask Spencer at this point.
Right. I think that's going to be our opening one. That's got to be the opening one, even though I think it came from his personal,
You think? Seeing that it says SB Mowing?
SB Mowing on it?
Yeah. All right. Number 7. 9 random reasons houses were abandoned or weren't cared for. Pretty sure aliens abducted the owners. So, which...
That's a solid reason. Yeah, especially in your neck of the woods, that happens quite a bit, doesn't
it? I'm not sure, hippie mountain boy. With all the mushrooms growing around your place, that's
true. You never.
See.
Yeah. Right.
No. Yeah. Oh, I know. If you're talking to somebody who knows. Anyway, all right. Number 6.
Number 6 on 9 random reasons houses were abandoned or yards weren't cared for. My neighbors and I are having an ugliest yard contest.
There it is.
Tip your waitresses, everybody.
It's all right.
Right. Yeah.
Moving on. Number 5. Well, we've been binging Netflix before my subscription ends. So that's a pretty good reason. I'm gonna say
I have definitely put aside yard work for TV. I am so guilty of that.
Yeah, and then you ask me, did you see this whole series? No, right. Andy, I didn't take 2 days out of my life to one series. But yeah, no, that's all right. I feel horrible now. All right, number 4.
Number 4, as a child of the late 70s, I prefer my yard to have a more natural look.
And yes, let's, that gets a little bit of that too. That's
oh yeah.
The fully
Thanks
we're
for
moving
along
on
with that one. Yeah,
we're moving on. We're moving on.
Number 3.
Number 3. Number 3 was too busy watching some nerds on the interweb talking to people way more interesting than themselves. Hey-o. All right.
Hey, that's us.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Hey, crackhead team of researchers.
I know. Gosh.
That hurt right here.
We should have started paying them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Nah, not at this point. No, they can go back to the truck stop and get some more crack. Number 2.
On 9 random reasons houses were abandoned and yards weren't cared for. I really wanted to go all out for Halloween this year since I decided to dress up as Swamp Thing. So I need my yard to match.
So some of those houses that he's done, you're kind of wondering.
Could totally, yeah.
Man, yeah. You sure this isn't the Florida Everglades? Okay,
right.
And now the number 1 random reason houses were abandoned or weren't cared for. They'd rather watch videos online of Spencer cleaning up someone else's yard than dealing with their own. There it is. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
The 9 random reasons. Print it out, really. Why people just didn't want to do their yards. A lot of them were legit. Some of them were, we could have just left them there. But all right,
could have been a random 4 list.
Or 2, really, I think in 2. But and the personal dig on the 2 nerds on the interweb talking to people.
Yeah,
that's
we're gonna be firing one of our crack team of researchers.
Well, then we fire. That's the whole lot, dude. It's
that's true. Yeah.
There's actually 3, but
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
2,
of course.
Anyway, all right. So let's do this. Let's hear from our sponsors, and then we are going to come back with Spencer from SB Mowing. Heyo. Heyo. Do you like salsa? Are you tired of pretending you like what the mass-produced companies are giving you? Well, now you don't have to. That's right, Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena is here to treat you right. They got 3 flavors like medium, hot, and salsa verde, all made with fresh, all-natural ingredients in a unique blended, authentic salsa with fresh cilantro and no onions. That's right, no more onion breath for you. It's the perfect complement to your favorite foods like burritos, steaks, flautas, nachos, enchiladas, chicken, and of course, chips. But there's so much more. Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena has gone from a reward for her students now to the shelves in over 500 stores in California, and now it's expanded to Oregon, Nevada, Wyoming, and soon across the US of A. Amazingly fresh, all-natural, authentic, and delicioso, Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena is near you. To find out where, go to www.mrsafamous.com, and you'll also get some great recipes, info, and so much more. Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena. Reward yourself and eat buena. Did you notice I kind of had an Italian accent at the end of that?
A little bit.
Salsa Buena, huh? Yeah.
Salsa Buena. Yeah.
Salsa Buena. Hey, everybody, manja.
Just like Mama used to make.
Well, Mama Mrs. A.
That's true. That's true.
She's a mom.
She is.
Yeah. So, all right, let's, well, I guess it's time.
Without further ado,
a man who took a small, humble lawn care business, I guess, landscaping business. We'll find out the appropriate terminology.
Right.
But yeah, he turned it around, made it a huge interweb sensation, does amazing things for all these people, and it's just a hell of a cool guy. Let's talk to him. It's Spencer from SB Mowing. Hello, sir.
How's it going?
Oh, dude. Wonderful.
Man.
More wonderful now that you are here, sir. This is awesome.
I don't know how factual those 9 random reasons were, but
they really there wasn't much. Again,
there's some weight to number 1 though. I mean, come on. A lot of people would rather watch you clean up a lawn on Facebook and YouTube rather than deal with their own stuff.
Yeah. I would rather do that as well.
Well, and apparently you think you're pretty hot, so
yeah,
just some person in that chat, I guess. I don't know.
amazing how those comments just come up sometimes.
So one of your employees at SB Mowing thinks you're quite the catch.
Yes. Well, it's just me and my wife, so I hope the other employee thinks I'm a catch.
Or somebody's hacked your account and things are getting a little weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Spencer, thank you so much for taking time out of your obviously incredibly busy.
Thank you for having me.
Dude, and again, I know we were kind of pre-talking about this before the show. Just a while, I can't remember how long ago, a while back, I caught one of your videos. And I like I told you, I'm one of those weird guys that just loves making things look good. And I loved always taking care of my yard and things like that. And I was watching, I was like, dude, he's about to just get into a world of hurt with the house you were doing. I couldn't tell you which one it was, but it was just like, you could barely see the house. And, you're talking to the neighbor. I was like, well, that's kind of cool. At least he checks things. And then next thing you know, you're just in fast motion. I was like, oh. But and then the sidewalks. Good Lord.
Yeah,
those are my favorite.
No idea, dude. This was just crazy. So what inspired all this? I mean, obviously you have your own business. You got a lawn care business. I've read some of your stuff here. So, and then you just kind of like one day you're like, I'm just gonna clean this up just to be cool, or did you just have some free time? You're like, yeah, I'm going to experiment with some stuff or whatever. How did it all come about where you just started doing this?
So I actually didn't start the trend doing this. I saw some other people doing it online. Lawn Care Juggernaut, Top Notch Lawn Care, Phil's Lawn Care, Al Blades. There were a few other guys doing it, and I had my own lawn business, so I'm like, hey, let's just do it. So some of the first ones I did were just some people that reached out for an estimate for my business, and they're like, hey, like we don't have a lot of money. Can you come give us an estimate? Like it's getting crazy, and so I went and checked it out, and literally the backyard was like, as tall as I am. I'm like, this is insane. And so I asked her, I'm like, hey, I see a bunch of people doing this on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Can I just do it for free for you and just like make a video out of it to share it with the world? And she's like, yeah, that'd be super cool. And so I did it, and it took me quite a while. And it was my very first video that I ever did, and very first time I did it. And I just, just quickly made a YouTube video out of it. And then my wife was like, she was my girlfriend at the time. She's like, you really need to get on TikTok and put a TikTok video out there. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I literally, while my roommate was sleeping, I had like my phone up to my mouth. And if you go
what
back
are you
to my,
doing in there?
if you go back to my really early videos, it sounds like I'm doing like this really soft ASMR voice kind of, but really I'm just trying not to wake my roommate up.
Yeah.
So that was my very first one, and like immediately that weekend to get like 6-7 million views on TikTok.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa, this is
What?
insane. And
Oh my
I just kept doing it. It was fun. It was tough to do it at first because I was working full time as a computer scientist, writing code. I was just out of college, and then I was running my lawn business on the weekends, and then I was doing this in the evening. So I was like strapped for time, and it was it was awesome. It was awesome getting started.
dude. So okay, so you're running this lawn care business plus going to school and working as a computer. You're writing programs.
Yep. So I just graduated college, and I was full time programming an application for for this medication reminder app, and I was working full time for a few months.
Oh, which reminds
probably
me,
3 or 4 months, and then I just got started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So yeah, when
So
did you
lawn
sleep, or
care
did you
lawn
just
care was
pass
literally
out?
like a side thing for you initially?
Yeah, so lawn care has always kind of been a side gig for me. I started when I was 11 years old, pushing my dad's little push mower down the street to the neighbor's house that I got, I making $20 a cut or whatever, and just going
Right.
and cutting their lawn once a week, and just slowly grew it from there. And I was part-time through all of middle school, high school, and college. I had 3 employees at one point that were part-time with me that were helping me kind of run the crew. But yeah,
Okay.
I was always part-time lawn care.
Wow.
Nice. Okay. And just a quick second, we want to say hi to everybody that's joining in on the chat. Laura, Jimmy, Broken Tigress,
Mrs. C,
Hi.
Mrs. or Miss C,
Miss C, Michaela 121.
Michaela, Meaty. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you being here. And we are going to try and get to some of these questions here in just a little bit. My daughter and I just watched the 2,000 pounds of dirt this morning. Yeah, that was nuts, dude.
I remember those ones.
I'll bet you do. I'll bet your body remembers that. They're like,
Oh yeah.
no more. Hire somebody. All right. Hey, all right. Random with Titan. Thank you. All right. So you take this thing, you start and you're doing this with your college roommate or whatever, and doing ASMR under the covers. Which I'm sure he was just like, leave Spencer alone. Just
Right.
don't. I know it sounds weird. Just let it be. We don't ask questions. We just, it's a new age. It's a new era. But okay. So then when did you decide to like fully start getting into this? Because computer programming stuff, that's pretty lucrative biz.
Yeah, it's really lucrative, and I was making, good money out of college, but I liked what I was doing, but I really started to love this. And it took me, so I started in August of 2021, and I didn't have that much time to save up on videos. Winter was coming, and so I kind
Yeah.
of took a break that winter and didn't do many videos, and so it kind of slowed down there. And once I
Oh,
got
it's
started in
hard
the
to mow in the
spring,
snow.
oh yeah, very hard to mow in the snow. Everything dies here by about this time. So,
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, so I got started back in the spring of 2022 and just started uploading weekly, and it just started going crazy again. And yeah, eventually I started making some income from the ad revenue on YouTube.
Right.
And I just told my family, I'm like, I really love what I'm doing. I know this is a big risk to quit my job, but I really want to do it. Like I really want to put the time into this. It's just awesome. I'm blessed to be able to do it right now and to be
Yeah.
able to do it for the last 2 years. And so yeah, I quit my job, my full-time job, and started doing this full-time along with the lawn business.
Okay. Now, and I just got to ask from a parent's point of view, were your parents like, what the hell are you doing? Get back to your job. You went to school for this. Don't be playing around with your little lawnmower and stuff. You got all sorts of education. Now get back into it.
Yeah, my parents were really understanding of it, and they just talked me through, like, make sure that you're making the right decision. Obviously, like, you've got a degree that you can fall back on, which is nice.
Right.
And I don't have any kids. I was living in a duplex at the time and renting out the other side. So I had some income from that and didn't have a lot of living expenses. So I'm like, let's just do it. Like, this is the perfect time to take a risk. Like, if I don't take the risk now, I'm never going to be able to. So
Yeah. And well, God, and you're renting out part of a duplex, dude. You already had a plan anyway, man.
I
Right.
did.
That's awesome. I mean,
I'm a big time planner.
any kids out there in high school, I don't care what you are, listen to what he's doing. He's getting a plan, he gets a basis, still completes his schooling, and works a job relentlessly. Pay attention. All right. Now,
So what did the wife
that's
think
my
about
dad's
this?
speech. Sorry, that's my dad's speech.
Yeah.
It's out of the way.
What did the wife think about this when you decided to make that change?
Well, now you weren't married when you started this, right?
No, but we were dating at the time for about 5 years, and
Oh.
we got engaged shortly after I quit. But yeah, she was on board. Obviously she was the same, like, hey, I'm all for it,
Yeah.
let's do it. But it might not work out, so be prepared. But the funny thing
I ain't
is,
supporting your ass.
when I asked her dad for her hand in marriage, that's when I told him, after I got the yes, that same meeting, that
Nice.
hey, I'm quitting my job, by the way, and going full time on YouTube and stuff.
Yes, that's the way to do it. Just ask for a marriage. Thank you so much. By the way, we're going to be unemployed. I'm kind of banking on this YouTube thing. We don't know if it's going to work, but if not, I've got professional gaming to back on fall.
Right.
Yes.
So
in the background you heard the that's
Right,
fine,
yeah.
son.
Yeah. It better work.
Oh wow.
So this is early 2022 when you decided to go full time. We are now in late 2023. So this is when you started. It's been a year and a half for all of your social channels, and
2 years from last month. Yep.
2 years from last month, and you are
Wow.
on Facebook, what, 9.9 million followers?
Yeah. So I actually just
Holy
every
moly.
month. So I'm on all the platforms, and they all get so confusing for me. And so every month I've got a spreadsheet just to keep track of, like, how many followers I'm getting overall and how many views I'm at. And
Yeah.
I'm almost at 30 million followers over all my platforms, and
Oh,
just
man.
about to hit, I think after this month, 3 billion views, which is crazy.
That is insane. Oh my Lord. Wow. All right, let's do a few questions. I see people popping questions up over here.
Yeah.
So let's look through a few of these here real quick. Okay, Kelly Hill says question for SB Mowing, but yet there's no question. A lot of people are just raving about how therapeutic your videos are, by the way, which I
Kelly's
totally
got one
get.
at the top, actually.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Kelly, all right, how were you able to get your sponsors for your mowers and equipment? Yeah, that's a good question. How did you come up with that? Which I was actually kind of going to roll into a little bit later.
Yeah, so
Fine, thanks for taking my thunder, Kelly.
the cool thing about my sponsors is so Hustler was my first sponsor, Hustler Mowers. They are manufactured about 20 minutes, 30 minutes north of my house.
Right.
And so they're local, and I've been using
Awesome.
their mowers. Like they were the very first ride-on mower that I used. And so there's this big nerdy lawn care exposition in Louisville, Kentucky every year. I just got back from it a few days ago, and all the big companies set up there. And so I had some friends that were kind of already in with Hustler, so they went and introduced me to their marketing director, and he's like, "Wow, this is super cool what you're doing. Let's get you some mowers. Like this is really cool."
Yeah.
So that's how I got started with that. But now all the companies kind of know who I am, and they're kind of coming to me and emailing me like, "Hey, how can we, get our equipment on your channel? Like, how can we do this? Like, let's help you out. Let's
Oh yeah,
do a deal or something,
now let's help you out. But before
It's a
we're
lot
like,
easier now.
Yeah, whatever, kid. You're bothering me. We're saying. No, and I think, and do you mind if I state where you're out of?
Yeah,
What city and state?
that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you're out of Wichita, Kansas, just south of me here in Kansas City. And yeah, I think, and what you did, which I looked up Hustler just because I was curious about it. Full on support the full on local thing. I think that's great.
Yeah.
And that's huge that they were just willing to jump right in with you. And I think it's even greater that all these people are like, hey, what can we do for you now? And you're like, got somebody. Thanks. I mean, are they very insistent, or do they just kind of, hey, if you ever want to, we can
Yeah,
do something?
it's more of if you ever want to, or if Hustler doesn't want to keep supporting you, we're here for you, or stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And now just curious, and you don't have to say whether or not, but has Hustler's business kind of grown since you've been, I mean, I would think so,
I would think so.
exponentially, but
I don't get sales numbers or anything from them.
Right.
Like I'm not straight up, getting all that information, but I really hope so. I've got like a little link that I put
they have to be.
in my bio and everything to kind of track clicks, and they're getting thousands, tens of thousands of clicks just straight to their website. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that they're growing from it, because they make some good equipment.
Yeah, and I think it's very cool that they're so supportive, and they've even given you a lawnmower that you gave away.
That was really cool. Yeah, the marketing guy was like, "Hey, let's take this lawnmower, this Hustler Raptor, use it for a few videos, and then find someone that needs it and give it to them." And that was super cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I thought that was amazing. That is so cool. And then they gave you one to raffle off, right? You did a drawing for it, or that's still going on, isn't it?
Yeah, so at the expo that I was just at, there was a big trailer with 3 of their commercial mowers that they wanted to give away to just a landscaping guy. So it was Hustler's giveaway that I kind of helped with. And
Okay.
yeah, it was like $50,000 worth of equipment, and there were probably 1,000 people crowding around in a big circle around their booth at the expo.
Oh, wow.
And I was standing on top of the trailer like, "Let's go."
Yeah, that's awesome. And one hand feeds the other. That's so cool. A couple more questions that have been popping up here. Ask Spencer how many sets of blades he goes through on that Hustler mower in a year.
Yeah, so
Because you whack a bunch of all those hidden things in lawns and stuff. You got to tear some of those up.
Yeah, so I don't go through a lot of blades. I sharpen my blades over and over, and usually maybe once a year, maybe twice a year, actually change out the actual set of blades. But like what I'm doing now is, mowing a few crazy overgrown lawns a week, like 3 or 4 that are taking me 8 to 12 hours a piece.
Yeah.
What I used to do with my mowing business is, do 20 a day for multiple days a week, and that really wears down the blades a lot more than doing just a few lawns, because
Right.
the bulk of my time that I'm spending at the lawn is using the edger, using the weed eater. That mower is a beast. Like it cuts that super fast. So like I'm usually only using the mower about an hour out of the 8 hours that I'm actually there at the lawn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and one thing I was watching one of your videos. I actually thought, I mean, that thing is a beast because I thought you were in fast motion, and it was just a clip of you mowing, and you were
Right.
just flying, dude. And I'm like, holy crap, that's just moving. That ain't fast forwarded. You didn't put speed on it or nothing, because then right after you did some fast motion video, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that's definitely
Yeah,
uh
and they've got some mowers that go I think 16 or 17 miles an hour. They go
No
they
way.
move. Mine, the one that you see I run goes about 10. They've got ones that go about 16.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness,
but
that's crazy.
when you stuttered a little bit on the 6, I was like, oh my god, don't say 60 miles an hour. For God's sakes, dude. It's like,
Got 3 gears on my mower.
just
A
fired it up.
dragster
We're
mower.
done. We're done. Okay, and now Bob Stanton here was asking a question I was going to ask you, because you do a lot of abandoned houses or foreclosed houses, and I was going to ask you about this because the government, the city, and all that, do they support you in this? Do they give you anything, or do you? Or do you get any slack from them for doing yards that they're supposed to be responsible for? Because I can see that
Yeah.
happening too.
I'm actually so the mayor and I follow each other on TikTok, and it's
How many times do you hear that in a day, right?
Oh my
And so-
god, that's awesome.
we message back and forth every now and again, and he actually brought me to City Hall and gave me this little award, like, hey, thanks for your help around the city.
No way.
And yeah, it's super cool. And I've been working with the city. They've got like a list of like people who need help, and some of them aren't like super like crazy bad like what I'm used to doing. So I do work off that list every now and again, but I've honestly
sure.
found it a lot better just driving up and down streets finding the crazy overgrown lawns.
Yeah,
But
well,
yeah, they're really supportive of me.
that's cool. So yeah, there's no real conflict or anything like that with
Mm-mm.
you going and doing, because
Not yet.
people will be like, oh well, yeah, the city came out 3 years ago and they haven't been back since or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm just gonna do it then, which
Right.
again, so incredibly cool. So all right, well, that's good. At least they're supporting you. And yeah, he should give you a big golden gas can is what he should do, full of
That'd be
gas.
cool.
Lots of guys do mowing videos. Yours, that don't make no sense. Let's see. When you edge and work on sides of busy roads, yeah, this is a good question. Would you consider wearing a neon vest or t-shirt for safety? You do wear some pretty bright clothing.
Yes, I definitely don't wear what I should be wearing, like a little construction, just a real lightweight vest to put over. But I am usually when I do work on busy roads, I'm only working on that edge for literally like 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm waiting for the light to turn red, for the cars to stop, and then I go real quick, and I'm like, I'm really careful about that, about making sure that there's no cars that are going to come and get close to me or hit me or something. So, most of the time I'm not working on a busy road. If there have been times where I've seen crazy tall stuff right on a busy road, and I just can't do them because there's nowhere to park. There's nowhere to work, So sometimes with those ones, I just kind of pass by and go find something else or someone else to help out.
Right.
Just a little good luck wave. See ya. Have fun
Shout
with
out
that
to
one.
Cabin on the Hill. He's a good friend of mine. I mentioned earlier that Lawn Care Juggernaut was the guy that started doing the free mowing, and he's kind of the one I got the inspiration from. Cabin on the Hill is his dad, and he's got his own YouTube channel where he goes and helps people out with mowing and pressure washing and stuff. So shout out to Cabin on the Hill.
Right on. Well, welcome to the show, sir. Thank you so much for enjoying. Craig, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but it sounds like he says, love your work. Wish you lived here in Columbus, Ohio. Sounds like Craig just doesn't want to mow his lawn and wants you to come by. So, Craig, yeah, it's a bit of a commute, but I'm sure, someday you'll be able to get out there and mow the lawn. All right. Come here in Calgary, Canada. Again, Ding dong, Amandy.
Pretty long.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a long commute, and I'm sure there's a mowing service out near you. All right, now.
So I have a question real quick. So
Yeah,
have you gotten to the point now where you knock on somebody's door and they recognize you and they're like ready for it?
It's happened one time.
Okay.
What?
Which is crazy, and it was really recent.
You just posted a video about somebody doing that.
Yeah, it was that lady. That was the first one of I just knocked on the door to ask about the neighbor. She's like, "Oh my god, are you SB Mowing?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my gosh," and she's like yelling inside, like at her husband, like, "Come here."
Yeah.
And so that was super cool.
Hey, guess who's that? I don't care. Get off the toilet. Come here. Yeah, that was so awesome. And then those people that drove by and they're like, "Hey, you're that guy." And you took
I get
pictures
lots
with
of
them and
people
stuff.
driving by and stopping now, which is crazy. Yeah, they're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
are you SB Mowing?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then they get out and want to take a picture, and it's so cool. Yeah.
And dude, and the great thing is you do it and you're happy to do it. And I mean, even though it's 190 degrees to hell outside and you're sweating crazy, you just man, let's take a picture and stuff. Dude, you have like the greatest attitude, bro. I swear to God, man.
I mean, it's like the nonchalance in which you sort of like you come towards these people too, and just, and I'm just gonna do it for free if that's cool. And then but then I mean, it's really cool how you approach everything, and it's very like, no, I'm gonna do this for free, and like you're not pushing yourself. You just you know what, I think I'm just gonna take care of it today. And there was even there was one video that I watched where you were doing one yard, and then the neighbor came over and said, "Oh, can you help me? The sidewalk's a little overgrown here." It's like,
I remember that one.
Yes, like, when are you going to come out? It's like 3 days. No, I'll get it today. And it's just like, your attitude towards everything is just like the coolest thing ever. And like, it's got to be immediately disarming for these people that try to think that you're trying to work another angle or something. And that was another video too, where you said, "Oh, we're going to do it for free, but we'll be back tomorrow." And she's like, "Oh, okay, sure, guys."
Yeah.
No, really.
Yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow and do it.
That one was in Savannah, Georgia, and she thought we were trying to charge her. She's like, "Oh, that's the catch. You're gonna come back tomorrow and charge me." We're like, No. We promise. We'll sign a contract. Like, whatever you need, we promise.
Yeah.
Well, and now there was one where a guy actually came out and was upset with you. I guess you were making too much noise.
There's been a couple. So I've only had that people get upset with me twice. There was that one where a neighbor got pretty upset that, I was running my equipment for like 5 or 6 hours at that lawn, which, I get that, but your neighbor's lawn has looked like this for a long time. Would you rather get cleaned up?
There's a little trade-off going on, and you're going to be the winner in the end. So settle down, Mr. Man.
The other one where somebody got a little bit angry at me, I was doing an abandoned one, and I always talk to 1, 2, 3 neighbors to see, hey, like, does anybody live here? Like this is abandoned, right? This is vacant.
Yeah.
And they're all like, yeah. Turns out the neighbor I didn't talk to actually knew the owner. So she called him up or whatever. And as I was working on this lawn, someone pulled up, was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm not the city. I promise. I'm doing it for free." Like, I'm very good at
because they think the city's
situations.
charging them. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, why would they complain either way? That's but okay. Now I guess that makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I was like so shocked. I'm like, dude, what are you complaining about? Yeah, it's a little noisy, but come on, man. This guy's out here doing this for nothing, and the people that do sit there and like don't believe you, and you got to like convince them. No, trust me, I'm doing it for free. There was one where you said you had to like talk this whole person down for a while, just so you could do their lawn for free. I was just like, okay.
So Brandon Kerr said Super Bowl hangover guy. So yeah, that was his nickname, I guess, because the Super Bowl was the night before that I was doing that property. I was at that property, so I'm pretty sure he was hungover, like, or something. Like he was, or still drunk from the night before or something, because he was not all there at the time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And now I also want to get to this because this just absolutely blew me away. You've helped out many people who are very, in an unfortunate situation. Let's just put it that way. And you've done their lawns and stuff like that. You turned around one day, and this dude, I brought it up in church and everything. You handed this lady $300, your own money, just because she, just through and it's not like you were drilling her for information. She wasn't complaining to you about anything. You just learned through talking with her. She was really in a bad situation.
Oh yeah.
And hadn't been able to feed her kids, things like this. You handed her $300, said, "Don't even worry about it. Just take it." Dude, that was just so amazing and so cool, so true, so honest. And that's when I was like, oh my God, that's when I really started like trying to get a hold of you. Cause I was like, I've got to have you on my show. This is what the world needs. The world needs people like you, Spencer. And I mean, you're doing, bro, I mean, you're posting things on Facebook and all that. That's one thing. But dude, even if you weren't, you would be doing this. You would be doing exactly what you're doing right now, not just for a camera, not for just for a reaction or anything like that. You're doing it because one, you could. Two, you're going to because you're just a good dude. I mean, you can just, I don't know you from Adam, but I'm telling you, I know you're a good, sweet man. And,
Thank you.
Not to sound weird, but, I'm man crushing on you, I guess. I don't know.
It's hard not to be, it's hard not to be inspired by what you're doing.
Yeah.
Out there, Spencer. It really isn't. And I mean, it's almost just, it's beyond reason that you would just go out for free and handle somebody's lawn, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's for a friend, that's one thing. If it's for a family member, that's one thing. But you're literally going up, knocking on doors and saying, let me handle this for you. Well, let me just take care of this. One thing I wanted to ask too is since that first video, how has the video setup evolved? From like when you realized that this was something that was going to like be big and a big part of sort of your revenue, right? Like when did you really sort of invest in like the video setup?
So I use the exact same camera that I started with still.
No way, really?
Yep. And I've had people ask me, why don't you go get this, Sony and this nice DSLR camera and shoot it like it's professional and upgrade your equipment, invest back into it. I don't really need to. I've got a nice camera like that, but I've broken lenses on my little tiny DJI GoPro, that cost me $30 to replace every time. I don't want to go replacing a $1,500, $2,000 lens from a DSLR every time I crack it from a rock flying up.
Right.
So, I mean, the camera that I have does the job. It looks good. It records in 4K. And so, I mean, the only thing I have upgraded is this mic. So that, I'm getting good audio for my voiceovers and stuff. And then I've got a better MacBook so that it takes me less time to edit and it processes a lot better. So those are really the only things I've really put some money into for my setup for actual video recording, editing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, you get great angles on what you're doing and stuff. Don't change a damn thing. Don't worry about
it. Really. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I get a lot of questions like people ask me, hey, like I'm trying to start a YouTube channel, trying to start, doing social media. How can I get started? And they're like, what equipment do I need? And they're like, have this whole list of stuff. I'm like, literally all you need is your phone. That's really all. You can edit on your phone. You can record on your phone. That's all you need. Just get started. The most important thing is just doing it,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and that's that's how I started this thing. It's this crazy little gig that we got going on that's been blowing up. I mean, you wouldn't 3 years ago, it was literally me 20 minutes just kind of ranting inside a closet and trying to do voiceover stuff on the side. And then the next thing I know, I meet Andy and we've just it's amazing how some things work out. It's just crazy. Now somebody's touched in on here about your power washing, which I
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
So I just, dude, that's like one of my big things. I love playing with my power. I have a little weenie power washer, and I love doing that. When I was painting, I had one to do decks and things like that. It's so cool. Was that just like a personal thing? You're like, I just want to make things look really good. I mean, I'm sorry. I want to make things look really good. You know, it's that. How did you just decide to start doing that? Was that just kind of, you're like, oh well, I made everything else look good, I might as well make the pavement look good as well? Or
Yeah, so I actually didn't get into pressure washing until I started working with Hustler Mowers because they've got a pressure washer. And I'm like, hey, let me get one of those. I kind of want to try this out. Because, again, I've seen other people do it on social media. So let's try it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's just literally do the exact same thing I'm doing. Like the exact copy paste, do it for pressure washing.
Yeah.
And it's people really don't, a lot of people don't understand like how much it helps, especially older people.
Yeah.
When it gets that dirty, it gets really, really slick when it's wet.
Dude.
And like just cleaning it off and blasting all the dirt off makes it much more safer to walk on.
Yeah.
And so that was a big reason to do it. It's just another reason for me to help people out. Hustler already had a pressure washer, so I just kind of wanted to try out. And then also when I first took the risk to do this full time, I'm like, okay, this is scary. What if YouTube just decides to shut down my account? I'm kind of out of a job. I'm kind of out of, making videos. It's so I just kind of wanted to diversify and do more. So
Yeah. No, dude. Again, it goes hand in hand. So it was so cool. And I ride skateboards. Yeah, I know I'm an old guy that still rides skateboard, but it does, especially out here, you get so much dust and stuff that accumulates onto the pavement and then just becomes like a layer. And I don't care what kind of wheels you got, you're sliding and going crazy. Go out there a little power washing for a little while, you grind. And yeah, trust me. So excuse me. I was just like, oh man, and that one that's you're running around with the big circular thing,
the surface cleaner. Yep.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I was like, oh yeah, that's actually kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. Look at that driveway. Look at, he's making lines in it. Oh, I gotta have one.
So one question I have, what's been the craziest or maybe weirdest experience when you're doing one of these free cleanups?
Oh man. Like weirdest or craziest? Oh, there's so many.
Yeah. Is there one
it's like we don't got that much time.
Like something that you may have found in the lawn, or like something that you uncovered that you didn't know was there? Or...
Yeah, I mean, always obviously finding sidewalks, just that nobody had any idea that were there. But finding like needles. I don't show that on camera, but I found needles and syringes in lawns.
Geez,
so like, I've got to be real careful about what I'm picking up and walking over. But stuff like that. That's definitely the weirdest stuff. For sure.
Yeah, especially when you're mowing and it's like go shooting out. You're like, hey, little room here, little room.
Yeah.
And now, okay, so like, and I guess this kind of goes back to the blade question. You're going in on these thick and dude, that Hustler mower just plows through.
Yes.
I mean, like you don't even take the top layer off. You're like, nope, I'm going at it.
Yep.
And have you ever just like, I mean, even just a stump or something? I mean, you've got to have hit a few things that have just shut you down.
I've hit big old pieces of like metal rods or, angle iron, stumps. But honestly, I hit it with my mower, it goes boom, and it kills the machine. Right. And then I just back off of it and turn it back on and keep going, And so it'll bend the blades or, but really, I mean, what I'm doing is crazy overgrown lawns. If you get a bent blade, you don't really notice it because it's not nice. You'll notice it with nice grass because it'll put like a little divot all the way down your line. But if it's
Right.
But with the stuff I'm doing, I don't even notice it. So I just kind of look down on my blades. Oh, do they look okay? Yeah, they're good. Let's keep going.
Good enough for this lawn, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
No, okay, so now here's another question. Do you have like one for, do you have different mowers, like one for your, I'm going out and I'm going to clear out somebody's yard, and then I have my nice mower for doing all my customers and things like that?
Yeah, so this last spring, my brother actually completely took over my customers. So I am
Really?
100% focused on doing overgrown lawns now. Yep. And
Oh,
so
What?
that question is yes. I did have mowers that we just used for the business, and then I had my 136-inch Hustler stand on that I was using, but I'm full time, 100% full time. He took that over. He took the clients over, and I'm 100% full time on overgrown stuff.
Wow, that is awesome, man.
It's super cool.
That is, and I mean, now personally, I mean, is this just kind of a quirky thing for you, where you're like, I just love seeing things with this nice clean edges, and I mean, a little ASMR kind of thing going on there, or whatever they call that, is obsessive compulsive freak.
Yeah, it's not as satisfying doing it real time. And like if you were to sit there and watch me do it real time, you'd probably get bored after 10 minutes. Because with
Right.
the way I speed things up in the video, like everybody
Yeah.
sees it, it just gets cleaned up really quick, and you're like, wow,
Right.
that was so satisfying. Like that was awesome. But like in person, you're sitting there for 20, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe even longer on one section watching me do it. You're like, oh, this is dumb.
Right. Okay, dude, I'm going to the beer, and
Yeah.
all right. So what's next then, man? Where do you progress to from here?
Well, we actually have a good question. What do you do in the wintertime?
My wife and I, this is crazy. So we did this last winter. And
Hey, we got to keep it
winter.
PG-13, by the way.
Yeah.
So my wife and I travel down south, down into Florida and way south in Texas on the Gulf, where they mow year round, and we go help people out down there in the winter.
Dude, are you serious?
No way.
Yeah, so we'll get an Airbnb for a couple weeks at a time and go down there and just do as many as we can.
So do you have
awesome? Oh my!
Do you have a trailer with all your equipment that you just pack in and drive down?
No, he just buys new stuff down there.
Right.
No, I wish we bought new stuff, but yeah, I've got my truck, and then the cool thing about my truck is I've got this thing called the ramp rack, and it goes into the hitch receiver of my truck, and it's a ramp that goes into my tailgate. So I don't have a trailer or anything, so I can just drive my mower up onto the tailgate.
Oh, that's incredible.
Up into the bed. Yeah.
No, that thing is cool. I've seen.
Oh yeah, we've seen you. Yeah, I've seen you drive down it to get to the lawn. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, how cool.
And it looks like you now have a stalker, Spider Hawkeye.
Right.
So it's like, hey, awesome, man. I go to Florida all the time. I'll see you soon. More than you'll see me. All right, let's see. Anybody else throw anything out? Can you shout me out, please? Wayudle. There you go. Wayudle. Welcome to the show. Secret word of the day is mowing. Sorry. All right, that guy that got mad at you for making too much noise and told you to use lopper, and he told you to use loppers?
Yeah, he did.
On the lawn?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was hungover, dude. Trust me.
Some people.
16 and a half years sober. That would be something I'd be. Yeah, just use some scissors. All right, scissors are quiet. They just go long.
That'd take about a year for one lawn.
Right.
Start on one side. Oh, I got to go back and get this now. All right. So, wow. So I had no idea that you went down south and just kept going, dude.
We keep going year round. It is, and it's honestly crazy because people are like, "Oh, you're only doing a few a week." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't realize I'm working from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed every single day. Like my weekends don't even feel like weekends anymore because these lawns I'm doing trying to do 3 a week. They're taking me 8 to 12 hours. And then, I'm also editing all the videos. I'm editing them for like eight different platforms right now. and then keeping up with, sponsorships, everything else like on the back end that everybody else doesn't see takes forever. And
Right.
especially people
Oh, yeah.
stealing my videos and putting them up online, pretending to be me. That takes up
Oh,
probably
yeah.
an hour or two of our time every
Man.
single day.
Dude. So,
Wow.
well, now can't you get do you have the certified thing stamp?
Yep,
Uh,
I've got the certified thing, but it doesn't stop them from uploading it.
oh,
So
really? Okay, so that
yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure how all that worked. I've been thinking about doing that for this too.
Oh,
So
there's a good question right there. Bigger
talk about
Reds.
his singing.
So yeah, I'm a singer. I'm in a barbershop a cappella group. And we go and
Really?
yeah, so we compete internationally. We just got back from Louisville, Kentucky, and Lawrence, Kansas. And yeah, so we compete internationally, and I think we scored top 22 in the world this last
No
July. So we're
way.
moving our way up. We want to be at number 1 eventually.
Oh my God, dude! I don't doubt that you will be because this is. I mean, everything else you've done, you've just nailed it.
Are you the bass?
I sing baritone.
Okay. All right.
Yep. I sing
Yeah.
basically everything, but that's what I sing right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dude, that is freaking cool.
It's super
Do,
cool.
do you
I
have a
love it.
little handlebar mustache that you like wax on? or
No, I
anything?
don't, but one guy does in the group. Or
Oh,
he did.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
my-
that's awesome.
But now you put on the full garb, don't you? Do you the striped shirt and all that, or no?
No, we have
Oh.
nice black suits. Like we look classy.
Yeah, what do you say here? Dude, that is awesome. I had no idea. Thank you so much for bringing that up there.
Yeah.
Who was that? Nathan Greenway. Thank you. So I come, my family, my mom and my sisters were all very musically involved, Sweet Adelines and all that.
Yep.
And as a kid, I sang in the kids choir and all that. So yeah, that's I just grew up with that. That's crazy because you don't really hear that much about that.
Yeah.
And I think it's very cool. Of course, I also like opera and stuff. So there you go. And then I also listen to a lot of punk rock and ska. So yeah, we'll just move on now. Sorry. Okay. Awkward. So now, all right, Spencer, what is next? Because at this point, I'm not sure. I mean, are you just going to start like cleaning the White House? What happens?
That'd be pretty
next?
cool. Yeah, so I'm just doing the same stuff, and then I started just a new page just for fun called SB Business, and it's just kind of more behind the scenes. Like whenever I have to change like my edger blade, I'm like, I just set the camera up and just do a voiceover over it. Like, here's how I change my edger blade. Here's how you do it.
Right.
Stuff like that, or like just showing off my setup, just showing off, here's how I change the blades on my mower. Here's how I change the oil on my mower. Just more stuff behind the scenes.
Sure.
It's been harder for me to keep up on it just because I'm trying to keep up on the main channel and
Yeah.
doing all that work. But
the 900,000 other things that you've been doing.
yeah, but just I think this next year I'm going to try to work on that a little bit.
Nice. And yeah, all this stuff that you're talking about behind the scenes, you're editing, you're posting. People they think, oh yeah, you just click and post and it's done. No. No. That's not. It's a process. Plus, then promoting it and posting it out on all these pages and so that is hours at a time, dude. Just for all the little promo stuff I did just for this show alone, I try to do like one every other day or maybe once a day or something a little quick. Those still, it takes about a good 20-30 minutes just to make them put together. And it's just some stupid little clip, but I mean, it's about cool stuff. So, so yeah, all this work that you've got going on, I'm pretty sure you're probably somehow not a meth head. And what's going on?
I'm not a meth head, no.
I mean, do you drink B energy drinks? Because these will give you a great energy.
The weird thing is I don't drink any caffeine or anything. Caffeine gives me like super anxiety. So I don't even like this one time my sister, she works at a coffee shop, and she made me a little latte, and it had like 2 shots of espresso in it, and I didn't. And like at that time, I was on a completely empty stomach, and I drank the whole thing.
Oh,
And
no.
I was like so anxious the entire day, like my heart was racing the entire day. So I'm like, I'm literally never drink coffee again.
I can see people driving by. Hey, that crackhead's out on their lawn again. I know. No, that's Spencer from SB Mowing. He had some coffee today. He'll be fine in about 3 hours.
Yep.
Wow. So no Oh, wow.
No caffeine whatsoever.
How do you even stay
incredible.
alive? Because
I drink water, lots of water.
Yeah.
And pee every 5 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. What equipment do you prefer, gas or battery? Oh, that's interesting. It's got to be gas for the power. Right?
Yeah, right now it's gas. I know there's some companies that have come out with some more commercial battery powered equipment. I haven't tried it out yet though. But all the other battery powered stuff I've tried out hasn't cut it for the stuff that I do. It's good for like, like at home, like homeowner stuff. But when you're going and trying to cut down 6 feet worth of grass, you can't do that with a little battery powered trimmer that's going to run out after 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay. And because now it was thrown up here by Cabin on the Hill, could you give us a little singing demonstration?
I will not sing for you now, but
Damn it.
just because, I sing in a barbershop group, you need 4 parts. You really do.
No, you do. Yeah, you really do to get it.
So if you look up on YouTube, Smorgas Chorus barbershop, just some
like
new videos,
that name.
Yeah.
just some new videos were posted from our international set of us singing, and you'll see me in there. So yeah. And fun fact, a lot of people don't know this. My very first viral video was when I was 17 years old. I asked my girlfriend, who's my wife now, so yeah, we're high school sweethearts. I asked her to prom.
Awesome.
I got I'll give you a little bit of singing here, but I got 3 other guys together, and we sang Billy Joel's For the Longest Time. But
yes.
But I changed the words to "Whoa, go to prom with me." And somebody,
that's awesome.
We had some friends record it, and we won this radio contest, and she got a free shopping spree and a free dress. And I got free tux, and then we posted on Twitter, and it got like a couple 100,000 views. I don't know what it's at now, but yeah, I've still got that video. I've contemplated reposting it on my socials, being like, "Hey guys, check this out. This is pretty cool."
You're like, this is how you do it.
This is me like 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's very, very cool, dude. I mean, if that was, I'm a father of 4 daughters, and if some guy had done that and I'd seen it, I'd be like, all right, he might be a keeper. That's really cool to think and plan like that and get something coordinated. That's those things are impressive. It's instead of, hey, we'll go out. I'm out here to see your daughter. Yeah, you're gonna see her from your car driving away. Let's see. Do you ever make it out to the Springfield, Missouri area?
I've been through there driving to Branson, but I think I stopped there. Isn't that where the biggest Bass Pro Shop is, like in the world or something?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I've been there a couple times, but no, I've never really stopped out in Springfield to do mowing or anything.
And then who else? It was.
Are you big into fishing?
Not huge, but I do like fishing. Fish around the area, and I just went fishing the ocean, trying to catch a shark like a couple of weeks ago, and we were so close. We literally saw a hammerhead swim by right next to the boat. We're like putting the big old piece of fish right in front of it, trying to grab it. But no, yeah, I do like fishing though. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And what do you normally fish for aside from shark?
I mean, around this area, catfish mostly.
Okay. Yeah.
There's catfish or bass. There's not a lot around this area, but I do want to go down to Florida and meet up with my friend Al Blades. He's a big fisherman. He does the free cleanup stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think he's been tagging
They've
in
been-
here. So somebody's been
they've
tagging
been
him.
shutting him out in the chat a little bit. Here and
Yep.
there. Yeah.
All right. So now you're crap. Somebody had something that triggered a question. I can't remember what it is now. This is what happens when you get old and did a lot of drugs in your youth. All right. So you've got I know what I was going to ask. Would I be able to ever come work with you for a day?
If you want to.
I mean, I'm up in Kansas City.
A lot of people don't want to, but you can for sure.
Oh, dude, no, I ain't afraid of yard work at all, man.
I'll put you on the shovel.
Dude,
there you go.
I'm on it.
Yes.
This is okay. We moved into a townhouse and they take care of the yards. I kept all my lawn tools because that's how weird I am. I go out, I blow the leaves, I rake, I edge.
Yep.
Because again, I'm a freak. What can I say?
and that's funny because since moving to my house in Oregon, I moved from Northern California to Oregon. I had to completely stock up on lawn care equipment because I had nothing. And so, yeah, and that's been a baptism by fire for sure. Trying to figure out how to keep up with stuff where it actually rains and you have seasons.
Also figuring out how to fill your own car up with gas, right?
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Oh God.
Which I did for the first time in 5 years last weekend, which is crazy. So because they just
crazy.
Revoked it, which was nuts. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
All right. So okay, Spencer, then I know right now we're going into winter, but let's plan something for next spring.
Yeah.
And I will come hang out with you for a day. And I know you don't work on the weekends, but yeah, I'll take some time off from my work. Oh, you do? Oh, well then
I work all 7 days of the week.
Oh my. So yeah. Okay. One other quick question. What kind of hobbies do you have? Because I can't imagine you having time for hobbies.
Aside from
yeah,
singing.
I mean, so yeah,
aside from fishing.
So yeah, I've got the singing that I do on a weekly basis, but I like working on cars. That's a big thing. I've got when I mowed in middle school and high school, I saved up $6,000 and I bought a 1989 Corvette, and I still have it, and I blew the engine out after about a month. I blew the engine out after about a month, and my dad, my grandpa helped me rebuild it. So we took it out, got it rebuilt, had to save up another $3,000 as a high schooler.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I've been really big into cars. And actually my dream channel eventually way down the line is like restoring old cars and making a YouTube channel of it. That's like a really big dream of mine that I'll eventually get to.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, if you're ever looking for Volkswagens, I know a guy because those are my passion. He actually used to help do the show here.
I do want to restore an old Volkswagen van sometime. I think that'd be super cool. I love those.
Yeah.
They're called buses, not vans.
Buses. Sorry, bus.
There's a machine shop in Salem where I live, and they have a mystery machine VW bus that they've painted. Called the Mystery Machiners, because that's the name of their shop. And so we saw it driving through town one day. We're like, wait, is that the Mystery Machine? And sure enough, a machine shop in Salem did a full-on VW bus.
That's cool.
As the Mystery Machine. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm noting over here on the chat, we're getting more guest appearances, and I hope you do another Q&A at least every 6 months. Would you be open to that here?
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Dude, there we go.
Yeah.
Nailed it. So, hey guys, in about 6 months, come back here. We'll be talking with Spencer again. How's that? All right. So this now, because and listen, I know you got to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Because you work every hour God sends, as my stepfather used to say all the time. Let's do this. Which I'm sure. There he is. There he is. Okay. All right. I know. We're getting to it.
So
we're not sure. We're pretty sure he hangs out with the crackheads that were compiling the list. But we have this little segment we like to call Random Questions of Insanity. It's a Rorschach test of your intellectual? No. It's just really a bunch of weird questions that we like to ask people, and just to throw everything off and make things incredibly uncomfortable for you. Are you willing to play?
Let's do it.
Yes.
I don't have to sign a waiver or anything, right?
No.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Just by coming on the show, you've signed
pretty
that
much-
waiver. Yeah, that was in the
you've
small
already
print on the doc that you sent back to us. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Okay, so I'm not sure if this first question, we have two staple first questions that we always ask. You may or may not be too much into the first one, but I'm thinking
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, but we'll see.
Oh. All right, let's do it. What is the best James Bond film?
Oh boy, no, I actually used to watch a bunch of them when I was younger. Wait, I got this. I'm a little bit too young for this, but definitely the Golden.
Goldeneye.
Oh yeah,
GoldenEye.
Goldeneye.
Goldeneye with
okay.
Timothy Dalton. There we go.
I've seen,
No.
I've seen that one.
That was Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
I've seen Goldeneye, but I don't know if I've even seen any other ones, honestly.
Hey, dude,
Okay.
you've
So
seen
that's
some
my
Bonds.
favorite one. So that's my favorite.
That counts.
There it is. So the sub question will not apply. Let's go. Well, it's usually who's your favorite James Bond, but we're just going to go with Pierce Brosnan because that's all you know. What is your favorite sandwich and what all is on it? So you go into this magic kitchen, anything you want to make a sandwich is in there, however you want it made, and it's made for you. What is that sandwich?
I love Italian sandwiches. So, it's got all the, pepperoni, salami, all the, 3 or 4 different Italian meats on it. And then, provolone and some oil and vinegar on it. And then toasted. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Like it.
It's gotta be toasted. It's gotta be warm.
Little pepperoncinis, jalapeno, maybe.
Yes.
No?
Oh, yes. I love banana peppers. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. We're gonna hang out. I'm gonna buy you some badass sandwiches. All right, Andrew, go ahead and let's throw one at him here.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh man. I actually don't really have a lot of pet peeves. Oh, I do have one. So, since it's come up since starting all this social media stuff and doing stuff for free and making videos. I see people come along and I love seeing people, like other people, start up channels, but then I see people really milking like clickbaity titles and stuff like that, and then I click on their video, I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird. And then like their like interactions and like videos, like obviously very staged and fake and like very weird or like very over the top. And like I know that it's fake because I make videos, but a lot of the older people commenting are like, oh, this is so cool, like, oh, that's crazy that this person did this. I'm like, this is very much fake. Like, that's just a pet peeve of mine that like, I love that you're going out and like doing this and helping out your community, but just be authentic, be yourself. You don't need to script anything. You don't need to make up some scenario that's gonna get a ton of views. Like, you're gonna get weird scenarios every now and again when you knock on random people's doors.
Right.
Yeah. And so now that puts up this disclaimer. Welcome to Randominity. All right. So let's see. What do we got here? What is the most annoying sound?
When this happened to me a couple of months ago, when you're at a Billy Joel concert in Kansas City at Arrowhead, and there's one guy next to you in your ear doing that really loud whistle that they do.
Oh yeah.
And basically making you deaf and make you want to hold that ear. Yes. So that's the sound.
I was thinking you were gonna say, and he's singing off key the entire time, and all you can hear is him, which has happened to me at a concert. So
same. Yep.
Nope, nailed it. All right, Andy.
It's your night to order pizza for the group. What do we get?
Oh, here we go.
Papa John's. I love their crust. And their dough. And I like all pizza, but probably some sort of like 3 meat pizza.
Okay.
Oh, Okay.
Or my college pizza of choice, which is the greasiest, most heart attack pizza you would ever have in your life, is Pizza Shuttle. And I don't know if you guys have heard it. It's in Manhattan, Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas, at
Yeah.
K-State and KU, but it might be in Kansas City. It's not in Wichita, but it's called Pizza Shuttle. And the greasiest stuff, I always got, they would do the base with half cream cheese and half pizza sauce, and then do cheese and bacon, and it was so good. And it was
wow.
it was a every time someone got it in the dorms or anywhere, you had to turn it upside down and drop it on the floor so that all the grease would splat on top of the pizza box before you opened it up.
God, no.
But it's so good. It's so good.
It's
Oh, that's
delicious.
awesome.
We have a defibrillator on the side just in case something happens.
Oh man.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay, well, since you posed the pizza question, I have to
Okay.
pose this question. You have okay, I want to make sure I say it. You have a choice to save the world. Who do you choose? Iron Man or Batman?
Iron Man.
Wrong answer.
We're now best friends. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm okay, Andy.
I don't know what Batman's gonna do, honestly.
It's funny how many people say that too when that question comes up.
At least Iron Man can fly. Like,
Right.
Hey, Batman can fly.
He has
Kind
the
of.
bat wing. Anyway,
Well, he falls gracefully. That's
right.
yes.
So kind of on the note from the last question, what was your favorite toy as a child growing up?
Man, I like building stuff like Legos or like little just anything like Bionicles was a cool one. I love
Yeah.
Pokemon cards. I love collecting Pokemon cards.
wow.
So probably those, yeah.
My son is big into the Pokemon cards right now.
Oh, nice. You haven't gotten him a Charizard yet? A nice $100,000 Charizard card? Have you gotten him one of those?
It's kind of funny because that's what started it. We were at GameStop getting something, and I forget what it was. And one of the gals at GameStop reached in to the thing and gave him a exclusive GameStop Charizard card.
Oh, cool.
And that was sort of like opening up the floodgates of, hey, I want to collect cards now. So he's got the nice, binder with all of his good cards in it and everything. And yeah, he's just gone nuts with it. So
and now that Andy's asked that question, there's this. Yes, we're nerds. That's right.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Number one bucket list item.
I would love to become a private pilot someday and own my own little tiny Cessna or something. That'd be super cool.
Oh, yeah. And having been up in a small tiny Cessna, scary as hell, but fun. Okay.
Yes.
And I had a friend who liked watch. You know what a negative G is? No. Watch. Yeah. Oh my God, that was so cool, but I peed. All right, Andy.
What's that one song in your playlist that when it comes on, you can't help but stop and sing?
Oh, there's so many songs.
Yeah.
Honestly, anything Zach Brown Band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
I love Zach Brown
Okay.
Band. Or Luke Combs.
I was going to say
mhm.
Luke Combs, who's following you.
Yes, he's a fan of my work.
Dude, I thought that was. I saw that video. I'm like, oh, I wonder if Spencer knows. And then not too long afterwards, you posted a video going, "Guess what?" I was like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, I woke up to my wife like running up to me like shaking me. She's like, "Spencer, get up! Look! I'm like, "What's going on?" And I saw them like, "No way! That is crazy! Luke Combs watches me. Like what?"
You're like, "Woman, I sleep 2 hours a day. Just give me the 2 hours." But that's pretty cool. All right. Well, very good. All right. Oh, here's one I need to know: ice cream, cake, or pie?
Ooh, probably ice cream cake because I really like the little layer of Oreo whatever they put in between the ice cream. Ooh,
Are you talking Dairy Queen?
yes. Yeah.
Dude, we are such best friends right now. We are. Oh, you get double that. That's
His birthday was last week, and that was the cake that he got. So
Nice.
I didn't get it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I thought you did.
No.
Oh,
you brought up.
Okay. Well, moving on then.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna
Pineapple.
move on now. Yeah, pineapple. Ah! Okay. All right, Andy, let's do one more.
Your food is bad at a restaurant. Do you say anything?
Like it just tastes bad.
Yeah, it comes in. It's not what you expected it to be.
I think it just really depends. Like if it's just like not the greatest flavor, like I'll eat it, whatever. I'm not picky with food. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something really gross. My wife and I have gone through a streak of really bad restaurant experiences lately, and either them ringing us up the wrong things on our check and charging us double the amount, or not getting greeted for like 20 or 30 minutes sitting there at the restaurant,
Yeah.
or hair in our food. But the worst one happened when we were traveling this last winter. We were at a steakhouse, and I was just sipping my water, and I like got something in my mouth that came up the straw, and I'm like, what is this? And I pulled out, it was a fingernail.
No!
And I'm like,
Ooh,
dude, it could have
no.
been anything else besides a fingernail. And we showed the server, and he's like, oh, I'm like, he felt really bad. He didn't get a manager. He didn't comp one of our meals. Nothing.
No.
So yeah.
Seriously.
Did you just get up and leave? Like, did you? How do you eat after that?
I just did. I was hungry, dude.
He's a man. He's a man. I just sucked it up.
I got a new water.
Literally.
So I got a new water, but
a fingernailless water.
Yes. I definitely checked that water. I was looking all up and down at when I got back.
You're like, there's just a Band-Aid. This one will be fine.
Yep.
Crazy. Oh, now I'm gonna check every water glass.
Oh my god! I was about to say, I am never ordering anything. Oh god.
Yeah, bottled water at a restaurant from now on. Okay, there we go.
Oh
god, shivers.
Okay. Let's do this as your last one here. I want to make sure I say it right. You got 30 seconds to tell the world something. What is it?
Ooh, that's a very open-ended question, but I love it. Take calculated risks in your life when you can. I took a calculated risk because I found something that I love, and I took a calculated risk to do it, and it's worked out great. So take calculated risks. You don't get anywhere without taking risks, but don't take dumb risks. Make sure you're being smart about what you're doing. But yeah, if you want to do something with your life, or if you want something to change, do it.
Dude,
very simple. Do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. Do it. My new motto. Do it. Do it. Just do it. Right here. Dude, Spencer, man, I just seriously, again, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your schedule to help help everyone and to be a part of this show. We seriously would love to have you back. And when spring comes, I'm gonna be bugging the hell out of you no matter what. And I'm gonna say let's take a weekend and I'll come down, I'll help you, I'll bring my little monkey butt tools, and
So this is what we should do. So yeah, he should come out for one of your jobs, help out. We should film it, and then we should debut that when you come back on the show, and you can give us an honest assessment of Kristian as a coworker.
I've had a few people help me, and I've done collabs with a few people, and they always practice beforehand. So up to you if you want to practice. But
now I'm going in blind. I'm fat, bald, and lazy. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna be eating a slice of pizza. I got it.
We'll get pizza shuttle.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Oh, man.
98 degree, 100% humidity, and I'm gonna be like passed out with pizza.
I'll be putting more in your mouth, dude. Dripping the grease from the box into your mouth, trying to revive you.
I'll be licking the box. It'll be awesome. Oh, Spencer, dude, this has been an absolute pleasure.
Fantastic.
I seriously cannot thank you enough for this.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, kids out there and everybody, thank you so much for all your questions. I'm sorry we couldn't get to them all, but he's going to come back. We'll do more. Please follow this guy. Like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you got to do on wherever he's at. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. What am I missing?
All of them. I'm on Snapchat now too.
There you go. All right, man. That's please. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Spencer.
Spencer, you're the man. Really appreciate
Thanks
you
for having me.
All right, brother. Peace out. Get some rest, brother, please. All right. Oh man, that was amazing. I know he didn't get the hook with the song Grass, but
Right, but
we
I
know.
mean,
That's all.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Hey.
you, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Yeah.
All right. So why is it doing a drum roll? That's the wrong button. There's the right button right there. Yeah. Oh boy. That song that by the Dead Campers here. This means we're wrapping things up, kids. We again thank you all so much. And if you haven't done so yet, please like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you find us. We're on all the podcast sites, especially Spreaker, which is an iHeart radio program. Make sure you check them out and follow us on there. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, next week, Halloween.
Halloween.
Right? Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween.
We're gonna have random recipes with Mrs. A.
That is right. And possibly special guests. We've had them on before, but we're trying to work some things out. We will see what happens. Let's see. Where's
Keep tuned to the socials to find out what's going on there.
Oh, we don't have a little thing for Mrs. A.
No, I normally do, but I didn't put it in there.
It's fine. We all know Mrs. A. She's wonderful. She makes wonderful food, and she is our sponsor with her Mrs. A's Salsa BUENA. So if you can, wherever you're at, ask for it. If they don't got it, hopefully they'll get it for you. All right. In the meantime, kids, same time next week with Mrs. A and so many other people that we're not going to tell you about until they show up. So thank you all so very much. Take care of each other out there, kids. Be good to each other. We're all we got. We got to watch each other's back. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. We'll see you next week right here. Peace out, kids.